Aquarius or Aquarius cross watcher. This one is for you guys. We're gonna use my purple again. I'm telling you, I'm in such a cozy little mood today. I just want to be in pajamas and just chill and relax. It's raining, so it puts me in one of those moods, you know. You just want to lounge around. Lounge around. Okay, so I'll say this because I'm getting something. I just did another general message. I don't know if it's going to be posted by the time I post this one. Maybe I'm wearing the same clothes. There's a person I picked up on around you. I don't know who this is, but I mean, it could be a neighbor. It could be a fucking neighbor. It could be somebody at the grocery store. It could be anybody. This person is in not a great mood. Could also be a Leo. I'm getting something to do with a Leo. Not in a great mood. I hope it's a mood and not like their MO, not who they are, but just more so what their energy is during this video, and that's why I'm getting it. I don't know. It could be a roommate. It could be somebody who lives with you. It could be a family member. You'll know who this is. This person, they're just not happy. They're not happy. I don't know how else to say it. They're just not happy. They also feel a lack of success in some area of their life. I'm telling you, it goes right along with my general message. They feel this, like, things aren't working out for them the way they want them to. And so it could be anything. It could be anything. It could be their check didn't come in, or the baby threw up on their clothes, and so now they gotta put them in the washer, and it's putting them 3 hours late for work. I don't know. It could be anything. But they're just in it feels like a mood more, which we all go through. I'm not trying to shit on this person. We all experience this, especially if it's a mood, you know? It feels like somebody's having just a not great time right now, at least when you watch this video where it's coming. And you may be like, whoa, like, I don't know, it may be difficult to be around because it's just such a strong energy that they're in that it can put you yourself in a shitty mood or in a shitty energy. So it's like, I don't even, you know, somebody's experiencing this. I don't know who this is. Could be someone's partner. If somebody's in a relationship here, it could be like somebody's partner is just having a really shitty day or something, and it's making their partner be like, okay, I'm gonna go to work, or I'm gonna go lay down, or I'm gonna go in the other room, or I'm gonna go to the store, or you go to the store, or something. It's like, I just kind of need a little space from you. I feel like space is needed here. Somebody here needs to be space bound. Space bound. It's like irritated. Let me write this down. Tag general message in comments. And the happier you are, or the more you're like, you know, whatever, it's gonna irritate this person, and in turn then irritate you, because it's like they almost want you to be on their level. Like somebody wants you to be on their level. If they're not happy, they don't want you to be happy. If they're having a mood, they want you to be having a mood. And you're not. You're not. Maybe that's just not your character. Maybe this person tends to be like this. It's either a person's mood, which I'm hoping here, or it's their all-out character. Like, I think the majority of you, I gotta be real, some of you, this is a relationship. Let's say you're single watching this, then this probably isn't your message. This could be somebody you know right now. The person they're with, things aren't always good. Things aren't going so well. They're not going so well. One person, they have a very chill, relaxed demeanor. They tend to be in that energy, I feel. They're not a drama, no drama. No drama. No, they don't like all that shit. They hate that shit, if anything. But who they're with, you know, is just, I don't know, I feel like tends to be very negative, and somebody thinks like, man, I don't know how I deal with you. I don't know why I deal with you. I don't know how we're together. You know? I don't know how. You can just be like... So whether this is you dealing with somebody like this in the family, at work, a stranger, I don't know, a partner, or it's somebody else, either way, it's very difficult. It's becoming exceedingly difficult for an individual who tends to try to see, you know, I don't know, the more lighter side of things. It doesn't mean they always do, but they don't like this type of energy all the time. They find a way to get through it, work through it, and like at least try to be happy about something. You know what I'm saying? They're dealing with a person, somebody here is dealing with a person that is like, they just can't. And because of that, it's like really affecting the people around them. It's affecting the family. It's affecting the friend group. It's affecting a person in general. Like, it's not good, I'll tell you that. It's not good. It makes it very difficult to be around this person. It makes people not want to be around them. Because they're always negative. Always, I'm hearing, oh, so this person can tend to always be negative. And then maybe if they're not happy, so there's a little twist on this one. It's different than the general. It's a little different. This person, when they're not happy, they'll find things to pick on about another person, or they'll find things to, I'm hearing like nitpick, or things to, you know what I'm saying, things like that, to just make someone else not happy. Like, let's say somebody's in a shitty mood. I don't know what else to say, because this is such a fucked up message. Like, I don't even want to talk about it, honestly. Like, I'm tired of this shit, you know? And I think that's part of the message. That's probably you. If this is your message, you're probably tired of it. Aquarius or Crosswatch, you're like, I'm tired of this shit. You know? Well, like, there's just always something. There's always somebody they're complaining about. Always somebody they're bitching about. Always something a lot. And it's just like, okay. You know? There's a difference between somebody who experiences, you know, things and has moods, and somebody who's always this way. That's what I'm getting here, which is in the general, I got somebody who's probably just going through a mood. Not this person. I feel like this is probably somebody's... The more I go on this message, the more I feel like this is how somebody is. Maybe someone's starting to see over a period of time how somebody is, and it's like, ooh, that's really difficult to be around. So like, let's say you're in a whatever energy for the day. It's just whatever it is. It's nothing bad, not good. It's just, you're just you. And you take a selfie or something. I mean, it's just an example. Take a selfie. And so you ask this person, maybe it's a partner, maybe it's a friend, maybe it's a family member, I don't know, maybe it's a fucking stranger, and you're like, hey, what do you think about that, you know? And they're like, although it's like, it could be like on a fucking magazine cover, but this person's like, I mean, your hair's kind of fucked up right there, your nose looks kind of big, your chin looks kind of crooked, or, you know what I mean? I see your double chin, see that little shadow down there? It's like, is that a hair? And it's like, is that a hair on your chin? Is that a hair? You look a little... Like, have you washed your hair lately? It's like, wow, like nitpick, gotta find everything, you know. And it's like, well, the clothes are there. It's like, hey honey, you know, if it's a partner, it's like, hey honey, how are you doing today, or blah blah blah. And it's like, yeah, well, it smells a little weird in the house, so do you think you should, you know, you haven't let the trash out, or you haven't done this? It's like always bitching and complaining about something, you know. It could be the person at work. You know, you come in talking about something, anything. It could be anything. It's just the food, lunch, going on lunch. I don't give a shit what it is. It can be anything, just in general, conversation, you know, small talk. I don't care. And this person will find some way to bring some sort of negative fucking shit into it. And it's like, okay, and this is precisely why I am starting to distance myself from you, or why I stay the fuck away, because I don't want that motherfucking energy around me. I don't want that damn energy around me. There could even be somebody here who feels like they have to be drunk to be around someone, or they have to be like, they can only handle somebody in small doses. That's the message. In small doses. And when you talk about handling a person in small doses, it's probably someone you have to deal with on a regular basis. Could be a boss. So you just have to deal with on a regular basis where it's like, oh, or a really irritating employee, you know, a family member, a partner, an irritating neighbor, like somebody you can't just distance yourself from, somebody you kind of have to deal with, coworker. It's like, ugh. Because it's just, they're always this way. It's not like they're just having a bad day, which is understandable, or, you know, they tend to have some unfortunate things that happen to them, but they still try to, like, see the fucking positive side of things. It's just like, oh my God, you know who this reminds me of? And I talk about him a lot, and he's a fucking Aquarius. Love him. Mark Laisha. I don't know how to pronounce his last name. We've talked about this before. Y'all know what I'm talking about. He is the creator of Soft White Underbelly here on YouTube. Perfect example here where he can be negative. He can be an asshole too. But can't we all? But that's not his character. You know what I'm saying? That's not his character. He sees the positive side of things. He believes in people. You know, I mean, I don't even want to get into it. I think the world, that's why I love Aquarius. But again, you don't have to be an Aquarius watching this. But anyway, let me stay on track. So he is doing his thing, you know, he talks to people, but he was on Joe Rogan's podcast not long ago, like 4 weeks ago, I think. And he was talking to him about how sometimes it's really hard to listen to, like, especially the people on drugs, because they are just constantly fucking negative and they don't want to change their life and they don't want to do better. And it weighs on him. He literally said in Joe Rogan's podcast, he said that he works out every morning. Now this is an Aquarius now. This Mark guy, the one who owns the channel Soft White Underbelly, he works out every morning for like 3 years since he's had his channel, you know, runs in the morning or whatever he does. He goes to the gym. Gold's Gym, he said, in fact. Anyways, and it's starting to tell off on him. Like, he's sore. He said he never gets sore, and now he's getting sore, and he really is starting to relate it to his line of work because of all the negativity he's hearing on a daily basis that is just like weighing on him. Now, tell me that's not this motherfucking message right here. Excuse my language, I cuss a lot. I mean, some people get offended by it, but honestly, I feel like it's an energy release. It's no different than peeing or shitting or taking a shower. To me, it feels great. So, I'm sorry, it's just, I gotta get it out. So, anyway, that's this whole message. It's like, I don't know if I'm picking up on Mark here or somebody who just kind of relates to that. Maybe you guys, somebody around you relates to that. It's just like they're always around a negative person, someone who's just always fucking negative. And they don't want to change their situation. All they can see is the dark side of shit, 24/7, 365, not having a bad day, but like their life is bad. That's how they see it. They can't see themselves. I mean, there are so many people who've turned their fucking lives around. I'm living proof of it, that it can happen. But there's other people who just like, no matter what, they're just always like so fucking negative. And like, that's fucking hard to be around. Or they're always like shitting on other people who are doing good. It's like, do you just fucking hate your life? Like, at some point, I'm not even going to want to be around you or interview you or talk to you, because it's just, I can't fucking handle that. It's just always got to be, you know, you always got to shit on somebody. You always got to talk shit about somebody. Like, it's different when you're having a bad day or somebody actually is doing you wrong. But, like, this is somebody who hates everything. Everything. Everything is a problem and a bother. And then they don't, like, I don't know. I would probably think this is someone who is really hard to be around. And I feel they may have an addiction of some type. But, you know, addiction, I'm telling you, I feel it strongly. Very strongly. It's almost like they can be nauseous a bit. It feels a little like alcohol, but it could be, no, it feels like alcohol. Yeah, it feels like alcohol strongly, actually. You know, I mean, like, this could even be an alcoholic. And I can always pick up on alcohol. And if you're new to my channel, no judgment there. In fact, I made a whole video on alcohol. I made several. I'm a recovering alcoholic, so I relate. But I can always pick up on an alcoholic here. Yeah, I feel it strongly. But it could be somebody here who also has a drug addiction. Or it could even be a food addiction. Or they have some sort of an addiction. And it's strong. They may act like they don't even have the addiction. Like it's not a problem, but it is a problem. They could just be addicted to negativity, you know, addicted. I'm so sorry to give you guys these messages, but it's part of it. I mean, I guess I shouldn't say that because that's like saying I'm sorry for being authentic. I mean, it's what I'm authentically getting. You feel fine. You feel like you're in a great energy. Like, even if you're having a bad day, you'll come out of it, you know, and you know you will. You push through with it. Boy, this person, like, God. Just like, damn. Fuck. It gives so much to be fucking happy about. Now, I am not talking about somebody who, they come to you and they're complaining, but they don't tend to always complain. That's not what I'm talking about. It's okay to every now and then have your moments. I mean, this life is kind of fucked up, you know? I'd be worried if somebody didn't ever complain. Like, okay, that scares the shit out of me. Those people make me really uncomfortable. Really genuine. I'm not even playing. They make me really uncomfortable. But somebody who just, you know, it's a balance, that's okay. That's nice. That's a comfortable, there's balance. Exactly. This is a complete out of balance energy. So place it where it fits. I don't know who this is around you. You may not even really know this person. Could just be somebody that you have to deal with, or you see them. Could be a stranger in passing, and it's like, I don't feel like it would be a stranger in passing though, because I feel like this is consistent. Feels consistent to me. And at first they had me a little bit like, oh, they're not like that. You know why? Because in the beginning I said this reminds me of the general message, but the general, I got that was somebody just being in a mood. This is very different. But I think they're connected in that sense that at first you didn't notice this about this person. You know what I mean? But over time you're starting to notice it's always something with them. Some of you, it's a family member. It's always something with them. And it's like, man, quit. Just like, no, actually fucking quit. Because eventually, I mean, if you can help it, because I don't know who this is to you, you're not going to want to be around them. You're not going to want to, I'm hearing advocate for them. You're not going to want to tolerate this person's energy, because it's like, you know, there's a side of you that may want to come out and be like, do you understand? Like, you're trying to be like understanding of someone and be like, look, I understand. I genuinely do that bad shit happens and life sucks, you know? But you're going to have to, like, realize that people have it 10 times worse than you. I mean, you could be real nasty about it if you wanted to. If you really wanted to tell this person how the fuck you feel, you could. But I think you're biting your tongue for now. You know, I love this message, actually. Some will see it as negative. I don't. I can be a person who tends to, I can be both. I can have a nice balance. But when I get negative, I can stay in that mindset, and it's just like, ugh, you know. But I've had people pull me out of it, you know, by basically getting me to see you're very lucky, you're very blessed, and you should be thankful and grateful. Yanni is one of them. And I'm like, you know what, you're right. And so that type thing right there, when you have those friends, when you have those people that care for you and they pull you through it, and they're like, hey, and then you get on the other side of it and you start seeing like, okay, they're right. They're fucking right, you know. I am being negative. I am being kind of just a bitch. I'm being ungrateful, or, you know, and that not necessarily don't have to be that heavy. It could be like, not somebody who's saying you don't have the right to be in that energy. No, everybody has the right to go through their own, you have to. It's necessary to experience these emotions. You have to feel them. You're not wrong for feeling sad or angry, or just kind of like, why has life dealt me this hand? You're not wrong for that. No, the fuck you're not. And nobody should tell you you're wrong for that. But when you stay in that energy and then you want everyone else around you to be miserable, that's a problem. That's a problem. You have to work through that. And however you choose to work through that, that's different for everybody. But addiction would not be the answer, you know? And so I feel like somebody here has leaned on an addiction and they're numbing, which is not helping. It's just numbing. And then, what's that saying? Like, you bleed on people who never cut you? Then you start shitting on people who don't deserve it, you know? It starts wearing off on the people around you who are trying, and then it starts draining your energy because you're trying to be like this positive energy for somebody, this advocate, this, you know, you're the shoulder for them to lean on, and it's starting to fucking tell on you. Just like Mark. in his video, how he was talking about that to Joe Rogan, is starting to weigh on him about all the shit he's taking on of other people. It kind of reminds me of, like, let's say you get somebody a job. You get someone a job. You get them hired on somewhere. You get them a gig, whatever. I'm hearing gig. And they fuck off. And they, you know what I mean? And then it looks bad on you to the boss because they're like, you suggested this person. And now it's going to fall on your head. It kind of feels like that. So, all right, now I'm going to go. I think we got what we needed. But thank you guys for being here with me, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.